Before you get mad at me, hear what I have to say. The Conjuring 1 or 2 are both good movies. There's nothing wrong with them, and I actually like The Conjuring 2 a lot. I think it's very good, but everything else in the Conjuring universe just is not on the same level. The Annabelle series as a whole just isn't very good. The Nun wasn't very bad, it was just boring, which I guess makes it bad. And according to Wikipedia, The Curse of La Llorona, which is bad, so bad that Blumhouse is trying to say it's not a part of the universe, even though it clearly is. I don't know, it's weird. And The Conjuring 3, again, it isn't bad, but it's like, what are you doing in these movies now? They tried something different and it was just plain weird. Should've kept James Wan. But let me explain why I think these things. This is barely a trilogy, and what I mean by that is the first one is just a demon that is where the doll is. Kind of, it's weirder than that. The second one is, yes, more about the actual Annabelle doll and explains the demon in the original one, but it's still dumb and I don't like it. And then the third one is hardly an Annabelle movie. I mean, I feel like they just marketed it as one to sell tickets, which is what they may have actually did. And now, for a trilogy to be good, they don't have to be connected, but it doesn't help when all of your movies are mediocre. Annabelle 1 is low budget and rushed, which you can tell, which sometimes can be fine, but it's very noticeable in this movie. The second one, which in my opinion is the best, is fine. It's chill. That's all I'll say about that one. And the third one is barely about Annabelle, and it's not very good. Again, it's fine, but mediocrity is not where we should stand. These aren't the worst movies in the world, but compared to The Conjuring 1 and especially 2, they're just disappointing. This movie may be one of the most boring horror movies I have seen maybe ever. I get it's a timepiece and sometimes those move slower, but is it really a timepiece? It's set in 1952 and that is not very long ago, especially when the Conjuring movies are set in 1971. That's a 19-year difference. It should not feel like I'm watching people in the 1800s. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I haven't even seen this movie, but after the reviews I watched and things I've read, I don't need to. It just sounds like your standard Conjuring universe movie, but worse. It's so bad that they're trying to deny it's even a part of the Conjuring universe. And finally, we have The Conjuring. This is what made the whole universe so popular. This movie, a greatly crafted and smart horror movie. The scares make sense and you don't need random jump scares to make the audience worry. And the second one, even better! We get more deaths on our two main characters, and the family in this movie, in my opinion, is just better. The story works more, and the nun in the movie is a good addition along with the crooked man. The third Conjuring isn't bad, it's fine, but following these two I get disappointed. It could have been so much better. Wait, this isn't part of the Conjuring universe. Overall, these movies are most of the time your average horror movie that you can watch to get a few scares, or if you're trying to fall asleep, watch The Nun. But really, I don't think any of them are that bad besides one. I think the original two Conjuring movies are the better ones, but if you like the other movies either the same or more, that's fine too. I just think that the movies are overrated. They're not as good as people make them out to be, but that's my opinion, so let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Disagree? Who knows?